Here we are along the banks of the Way River. We have been promised fish, wheat, copper, and non-weapon products of copper. Also taxes and all that, but that's not important, is it? What is important is planning out a city. These rocks, I want to use them for inspector towers. So that means get rid of the trees. So. Something like this. And then something like 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could probably, with how the walkers work, afford more than 8. But have you considered that I don't want to? Clear out these trees. Okay. That should keep them up and at it and not combusting into flames. Okay, fix the road. So, how will the food situation be resolved? Well, it's always best to start with the easy part. Fish. Unfortunately, they are the one thing in the entire agriculture tab which actually needs protection from fires. Very unfortunate. Let's see. Okay, that road should work. Next up, farms. So I'm thinking one farm here, set the road back a little bit more. that should be enough for the time being. And then I will put in residential wall, that way my people do not have to be troubled by the thoughts of seeing their place of work and the food where they're in the place where their food is seen. I know that would just be terrible for them to see where their food is grown. They would hate that. Oh, can't do that. Yeah, can't build over there because of the rocks, but what I can do is just go like that. I will keep the rocks bad feng shui away and keep the good feng shui in, because that's how it works. Okay. Then I will put my administrator somewhere that does not to look too stupid. I'll put it near my granary. That way I can monitor them from my governor's seat. This game operates gameplay-wise like you're an independent city-state, but no, I do have a boss over my. Okay, this will collect wood, and I'll put wood guy there. Over there, and then another wood guy there. That should be enough for tax collection purposes. Okay, since I'm giving them bland food, I'll also give them an ancestral shrine. Even if the bland food is very sparse, I will admit. There's not a whole lot of it. Put a residential wall here to make sure that the market people walk the correct way.
I've had better fortune, I've had worse.
Yeah, see, you're not supposed to walk that way. You're supposed to walk this way. So that should keep the blamed food going where it actually is supposed to. Next up, bump the wages, bump the tax. That should buy me another, well, 20 workers at the moment, maybe. Then, as the bland food comes in, that should go up even more.
I've had better fortune, I've had worse.
Oh, wait. Right, I put a roadblock there. That was all on me. I will admit, that was all on me. That was my bad. Next, I'll need plain food, but that's not happening for a while. So, I think it's time to start worrying about what happens with this whole bronzeware stuff. 2 bronzeware, 2 clay should be a good ratio. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a warehouse at intersection for bronzeware. And if I've designed this right, this should be a good industrial district. Right on top of the ore. For the most part. And which everyone walks past as they walk in. Which is on them. I did not tell them to enter the city right next to the ore. That's all on them. Okay, fish is coming along. And then... I could have more fish along here. Something like that. But I do need more workers before I begin rolling out enough fish to always have some over here. Rice and millet we will not be having. That is a little bit beyond current planning. Let's just put it that way. Because I need profit. That's the objective. I'll pull it back up again. Yearly profit, 1,200. Importing rice and millet goes against that. Could it level up my city? Sure. But not until I'm sure I can make that much money. And besides, if I can make the money factoring in imports, I probably don't need the extra people. Okay, now the capital is demanding bronzeware. I am not sure if I can actually do that in time.
These buildings are as solid as Mount Tation.
Look, Mr. Emperor of the current Shang dynasty, I'm doing my best here, all right? We are coming along. We're still writing our taxes directly on top of wood. Yes, residents are dissatisfied due to the food, fish. I don't have the people for any of this. Not to mention that the wheat just is not being harvested. But okay, there it is. There it is, some delivery. Now they will also very slowly gather. Still no bronzeware. This guy's working on it, though. Again, not enough people. That should help a little bit. Not very much, but a little bit. Come on. Come on, deposit the fish so I can give the person their stupid festival thingy. I don't know why the one fish got grabbed. I specifically said not to do that. Okay, 2 units of bronzeware. I could get maybe another 2 more, depending on how much time I have. Do I have enough time? I'm not sure. Wait, farmers. Chop chop. Okay, Bampo, I gave you a fish. Please respond. Yeah, I could have 3 ready. Oh, nomad camps. The nomad camps are just one of those facts of life, really. But I do need 4 trading partners. So I'll have to send them a little gift. Okay, send it over. What was the other notification? Another alternative for my foresights. Okay. Hopefully the harvest this year will allow us to eat more than clear simmered fish. But we have been a good little colony despite our lack of labor leading to a lack of good food. We have still prioritized what actually matters. Banpo buys carved jade. The rest I don't care about. Which is interesting. In between dynasties, they've gone from a carver of jade to they've just decided to cut the middleman. They just buy it themselves. But hey, they'll buy my surplus food. I'll wait for Hisyoung to react to my bronzeware before I send them another DM. I showed you my bronze. I showed you my bronzeware. Please respond. What's that? Yeah, it was a bit slow. But have you considered that I'm doing my best and you did end up getting it anyways? We're literally eating fish heads. That's how low on food we are. The Wei River will be completely depleted of fish when I'm done with it. I will embody the spirit of the way people describe the Chinese fishing fleets of the modern day. I don't know if they're actually like that, but yeah, where they just line the whole thing up with fish. Quays. Just send those. Just as much fish as I can possibly get. Oh, the nomads are ready to greet the world, huh? Hey, Hisyoung, I'll make it up for you from being low on speed. And I'll just give you extra once I'm able to. I don't have enough to actually do it at the moment, I guess, but once I can, I will. Okay, no more fish heads. We have wheat. Use it. Okay, that should hopefully make the travel distances a little bit faster. Okay, do I have enough for Hisyoung? Yes, I will give you double the promised amount. Yeah, that should keep them satisfied enough for the time being. Okay, now we've got 5 willow fish because we've also got some wheat. Oh yes, I forgot this level of housing also requires a hemp. Yes, that is a thing. And then same rules of agriculture apply as far as how much field they can realistically work. So place that down. Spare wood keeps the ancestors happy, while the food will ensure that once we've got this hemp harvest, we'll be all set. Because I think it's 3 food types and then you need ceramics, I'm pretty sure. No one rest. Few residents are dissatisfied, but oh well. We don't especially need the item. What? What do you mean you don't need it? Did you just request it because you were bored? Okay, many thanks, Nomad Camps, for your generous and completely random gift of jade. Okay, it kind of makes me feel embarrassed because I don't actually have much to give. Oh, they need wood, ceramics, carved jade. Jade. Once you've got the money and peep for it, it is pretty nice. No. Just give them all the wood. I know that was being used for the ancestors, but I do need trading partners. Okay, so hemp is coming along. Just a few more months. Okay, the plain food is running low, but one more month and we'll get some in. Bow. I mean, someone has to want the bronzeware. Just to reset the last homage from making them upset. It probably would do something like make them all get much unhappier. So I think just sending a gift at all will just remind the game that I am paying attention to it and make them not smite me. Okay, maybe they'll agree this time. Come on, quickly harvest. Quickly harvest. Miss Young, I already sent bronzeware. And you said you didn't enjoy the gift. Like, I'm not a big fan of Hyseong having bipolar disorder. I get that it's scripted because of the level, and they're like, oh, the Emperor wants this cool new thing, but at least make the city buy it. Needs bronzeware, carved jade. Rice. Yeah, they probably buy rice from those cities I haven't found. Probably because those cities aren't part of the Shang. Okay, small gifts from time to time just to keep them from being too upset. I'll expand my population. Didn't necessarily have the food for it before, but more wheat required, so I'll get that wheat. Hemp should be fine. Hyseong wants wood, so I will sell them wood. And ceramics and carved jade if I get enough of those. Banpo wants food in return for their type of food. But profit score says I can't do that. Khufu probably wants bronzeware if I had to guess. I may have had a bit of a lapse in judgment after seeing a head spare clay. Did I forget to build a hemp storage? Perhaps. That certainly seems like something I would do. Okay, we've got a bit of hemp, not that much, but it's something. I've got some money coming in from the Hysiong wood. And then Bo gets bronze wire and any carved jade I happen to get. If Hysiong wanted some, they could just buy it, but they don't. So, that's stuff for them. Okay. Housing for 300, need 260. But it'll probably be more like 130 workers. Price increase for carved jade, you say? Well, I hope it automatically updated because I don't remember what that price was before. And it would be a real shame if it'd be a real shame if I missed out on free money because I forgot how much the original price was. Okay. We've consumed all of the wheat, but we have more coming in a month, so I don't see the need to import. The amount of workers required is slightly going down, but it's better to just rely on new food coming in from the upcoming harvest. Okay, the harvest is coming in. Got some deliveries. Required workforce is going down. Business is booming. Wheat. Nomads. If you can afford to be that picky about your food, then I say good luck to you. Watch this. I get that they're probably the only source of jade in existence, but no hemp supply, it's right there. Do I have to move it to be closer? And yes, nomad camps, I can't afford to give you wheat. Like, I don't harvest that much wheat. I also need to harvest hemp and make bronzeware. Hello? Once the fiscal year is over, then I'll see about getting another trade partner by just bribing them. Okay, just send the hemp all the way over there. Hemp farms. Okay, more wheat coming in. It's nice. Okay, all these leveled up. Now my massive 300 worker shortage should be resolved. But with basically nothing to spare, and I can't really justify squeezing even more people in. Sure, celebrate the new year, spend all the wheat. I probably should not have done that, but I do have some more wheat on the way. It's just they take so long to deliver. Okay, profit considerations are over. Send the gift. Begin buying millet. Nomad camps don't like me. Well, there's this funny thing. Um, I kind of don't really care that the nomad camps don't like me, because I know about the future and how that's just always going to be the case. Yes, I am buying hemp and millet because I don't have to worry about the profit counter anymore. If I did import earlier, I probably wouldn't have had enough. Now, I have enough. I verified. $1,000 people. Yep. Mission accomplished. I'm just going to assume that my man with cash is about to arrive. And just as I said it. Just as I said it. Well, with my imports stabilizing the food and hemp situation, this is more like an actual city. Money is coming in, but it's also going out because our own farms just aren't enough. We also need our bronze industry to subsidize our farms. And occasionally, instead of millet cereal, we could even get the legendary appetizing food. If we somehow have wheat in storage, that is. But having wheat in storage is a rather unrealistic expectation. It's not like I have 4 farms on it, but a monocrop farm is actually really bad. It just has no output. They physically cannot harvest at all. I see some of it vanish when the month ticks over. Look.
Your skill at city planning and management is matched equally by your skill at manipulating trade and turning a healthy profit. It is not a small thing to say that our mighty ruler, the Great Tang, is more than pleased with your performance.
I don't even know what Khufu wants to trade. Doesn't matter.